Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to TRS Live with your hosts Brian Keller, Matt Schrotz, and Zach Hoffman, presented by The Real Shot.
I'ma do this here forever. EQ. Forever.
Triune.
Forever.
Yeah.
Forever. I'ma do this here forever. All you haters better get comfy. This the day you've been waiting on. Your road is finna get bumpy. This the track I'm making my statement on. I ain't going nowhere. This the place that I'm making home. I'll do this shit forever. Hit the gas and I'm taking off. Ow. I was born with passion. My job is never ending and my hustle's everlasting. No matter what, I'm gon' ball, even with my back to the wall. And the best part is that this is the beginning. I'ma do this here forever. Forever.
Share it to all of them. Add a co-host.
Hello everyone and welcome to TRS Live. We're coming live from the echoey room. It's our new studio and I don't know why I'm talking like this, probably because it's
It sounded
really
awesome.
loud in
You
here.
should keep going.
Yeah,
Should
don't
I?
stop.
Just do it forever?
Don't
Yeah,
stop.
keep going.
Just do it forever.
Don't stop, won't stop. Rockefeller's Records pays me.
It does echo quite a bit though up here.
Get
It
down,
does.
baby.
We'll get that
Get
fixed.
down, baby.
If anyone knows any sponsorships for Echo Foam noise reducing tools, I don't even know where to go with that. Anyways, today we're talking about the weekend of sports, Major League Fishing in the Cross.
You sound like Smithers.
The Packers are
Okay.
terrible.
Did they play? Oh, they played
They
Thursday,
played
didn't
Thursday. We haven't been on since then though. Dude, I like the new Lower 30 you got going on.
Yeah,
I
got a couple
like
of them.
that.
they? It's out of order though.
I like that.
Zach, it says I'm Zach Hoffman, and nobody is Matt Schrotz.
Yeah, that's how it goes sometimes.
All right, well, cool. Well, we are. Oh, I gotta keep it down.
Yeah, you can't talk like you normally talk until we get some stuff on the ceilings up here. We're in the new studio.
In a new studio.
It's just the
We
new
are.
naked studio.
yeah,
it's very
the
naked.
the skeleton version of it.
Yeah, it's really naked. We got like a plastic table.
But this is really cool. I like to be able to look over here. First of all, we can make sure people are doing their job. We can't wait till we catch somebody stealing something.
Live on the air.
we got deer heads right
We got
here.
deer heads.
And you can see them just on the tip
Just
of the
the
screen.
tips.
You can
see
the
just the tip.
Just the tip. You can just see the tip of the
Just
antlers
the
lining
tip.
up.
Only just take the tip. I already see the tip.
I seriously, maybe we'll just do the whole show with our backs to the camera.
That's a great idea.
We'll just go like this and look out
Hey,
at
look,
the
there's
guys,
a guy looking at a muzzle
guy
loader.
buying live bait over there.
Is he? Oh, but
No,
that's
just
Nick
Tony
and Tony
Nick,
working
sorry.
on
They're
it
probably looking at
themselves.
mineral contamination.
All right, cool. Well, so anyways, we are gonna kind of stay with this Monday at noon
Morning,
schedule.
Tyson. Yeah, I
For a
like
while.
because I need a break about Monday at noon.
Well, we're so busy with meetings anyways on Mondays. Why not throw one more monkey into the wrench?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
we can look right down the shooting lanes and all too.
Oh, yeah.
I'm way distracted up here. I don't know if I can do this.
We're gonna
Hey.
have to tint over the windows.
Bring it back. Bring it back.
I don't
to
know
the
if I
real
can
shot
do that.
line.
I am in the real. I am here. I'm just.
Oh, now we're zoomed in.
I'm mesmerized. I'm mesmerized by the fact that we can overlook the entire
Love them
store.
Bandit custom plugs. You guys paint them up. They're the best. Well, thanks,
Oh,
Scott.
thanks, Scott.
We
That's
appreciate
awesome.
it. We appreciate it. Brian and I actually work diligently, like little elves at Christmas, painting each one of those bandits for him.
We do pick out colors though.
I don't have anything to do with that.
You don't actually at all.
Well, cool. So
Dude, I'm overlooking like 300 guns.
Yeah, it's pretty wicked, dude.
See, I know for you guys this is kind of like, yeah, we're upstairs, but for me, I'm just like,
Is this long term vision? Like
yeah,
Brian's like we made
this
it.
is like we're kind of getting to the point
we are
where
literally on top of the world.
between the store,
Yep.
and ripping the
oh,
wall
there's a
down,
customer.
ripping the walls
Oh,
down.
it's Shannon.
This used to be the shooting part of the shooting range up here, and
Yep.
now we got this giant studio.
Mm-hmm.
A whole nother room over here that I'm sure we'll end up taking over. We got giant tank coming so we can show test baits on camera.
Yep.
That's coming. That's going over there. We got this huge room, these awesome windows.
Yep.
I can overlook
Look how many people are in here right now.
this whole thing.
Pretty busy.
So for me, it's a little surreal.
That's
like,
good.
This is 9 years
Well,
of
You
9
worked,
years of this coming kind of to fruition, and it's kind of cool.
you worked hard, Brian, to get us all to this point, and
Yet I still don't have as many gray hairs as you.
Yeah, I know. It's
What's
crazy.
going on
It's
about
crazy.
that?
I'm actually pretty sure I've seen Matt going gray.
Yeah, I think
Like
that
I've been here for the metamorphosis into
I kind of feel bad, like it's my
the
fault.
gray.
I kind of feel like it's my fault.
I think Zach should share that picture that my mother-in-law posted of me
Can
this
we-
weekend.
Do I-
Can you
Yeah.
send it to him? You're okay with
Just
that?
steal it off. I don't have it. Like, you'd have to steal it off Facebook.
You got to send it to him.
Where would I
I
even
don't-
find that at?
I don't know.
Are you tagged in it? Is it public?
Yes.
Can you
I'll
pull it
find
up
it.
on your phone and just show it to the camera? That might be
Yeah,
the easiest
dude.
way to do it.
So, anyways, like, why this picture really kind of ticks me off is because we were cutting wood all weekend. And Sunday, like, afternoon, we're done. Like, I'm spent, dude. Like, I thought I was a little better shape than what I am. Yeah, this picture does not make me look. I'm a shape, but it's not in shape. It's a shape. Do I have to send it to you, Zach, or are you trying to find it?
He can't. How's he gonna
I'm trying to find it.
Because he's like.
Or
Magic
you could
Man?
like tag me in it, and I'll just get a notification.
I don't want any more people to see it. Then I guess
You
so
want all
let's
my
just-
friends and family to
so
see
let's
it?
just show the world this amazing picture.
Well, like we're on camera all the time, right? This is just the realization. Well, you were also working. You're cutting wood. Cutting wood's not easy.
Dude,
I'm just trying to help him out.
I've never felt like worse in my life about.
I went all out. I went all out Packers mug today because it's all about football season.
So I didn't even get to watch the game. Was it
I don't watch
bad?
preseason because nobody plays. Like,
Right.
Good people don't.
Well,
play.
what's the deal with Rodgers? He's supposed to be playing right now, but
I-
he's not.
I don't know. I don't know Rodgers personally, obviously, but based on
I thought you guys were besties.
no.
Oh.
Based on what I get to see
Here, I
of
just
Aaron
sent it to you,
Rodgers,
Zach.
based on what I get to see, I'm guessing he's hurt, so he doesn't have to do preseason.
Yeah.
Because most of those
how?
guys, well, no, but most of those guys you talk to, they don't like preseason anyway. The older
Right.
guys, right? They don't want to blow a knee out or something stupid against, playing against some guy who's trying to make third string. Like they don't
Yeah.
want to deal with that crap.
Well, the backup is really doing a good job. Look at that. Justin's on. Justin, did you hear the word tank? Nice.
Yeah. Well, that she's making a joke because we used to have that giant tank down in Oshkosh.
Yeah.
So this tank is like 4x8, not like that old tank was like 11,000 gallons. This one's like 200.
Right.
But it's the whole purpose of it is it's got water flow top to bottom in the whole tank. So we can put all the Great Lakes stuff in there and watch it. We can put flashes of flies and watch it spin. It's 4x8.
Yeah, it's huge.
It's a pretty good size.
Well, and when you were working with your cousin to get it built, you said that you had to go there and revamp it because it wasn't powerful enough.
Yeah, it wasn't. It would barely hold up a spinner bait. And I want to put like 6 spinner baits in there. I want to be able to put crawler harness rigs in there. I want to be able to put all this stuff in there, and then be able to control the speed via rheostat dial, basically.
Cool.
So I think we'll get her. He's good at that stuff. We'll get her figured out.
Yeah. John says he finally swung through our store and is lit. This place
Awesome.
is lit. So thanks for stopping by.
Thanks a lot, John.
So
Morning, Michael. How's
yeah,
it going?
a lot of people joining. That's
Yeah.
pretty awesome.
Because they're all bored on their lunch hour.
I think a lot of people like the new stadium view. That's why they're
Yeah.
they're
Well,
out
this
There you
is
go.
awesome.
There's the photo. Finally, had
Oh,
to
God.
get it. You texted it to me, son. I had to
can't.
upload it. No.
I can't believe you shared that with everybody.
You
It's
just
on
you look
Facebook,
you look
homie.
like you're rough.
Oh,
You just
man.
look a little rough.
I don't see it yet.
What did your wife say? Oh, it's an extra baggy shirt.
Yeah. Yeah, so the picture, all about this friggin' picture. First of all, thank you, Lee. Yeah, look at that thing. Dude.
You look
Like,
you know what I think it is? It's the boots. It's the boots
it's
with
the
the pants.
ensemble all together. Like, what am I supposed to even say about that thing?
I like the fact she's like, oh, it's an extra baggy shirt. Except I'm filling it out.
Filling it out. Yikes.
I'm only
Look at
laughing.
the facial expression. Like, that's a guy that just looks like he just crawled out of a trailer, unfortunately. I'm not even excited about that picture at all. Look at that thing.
Oh, tears.
Dude. And I like some of the comments that people had put on that. Like, oh, my God, look at those pants and those boots. I'm like, look at my gut. Forget about the pants and the boots. Look at the gut. I got like a boob. Look at my man boob on this side. Look at my
hey
face.
Matt, welcome to the life.
Dude.
I mean, I'm just as fat, so I'm only laughing because that's exactly how I would look. But it's just, oh
Like,
my
can
God.
you take a more flattering picture of somebody? I love how you're just leaving it up there, too. Like, is the computer broken? What is
won't go
going
away.
on?
I
Every
can't get it
time
to
I
go
look
away.
at
It just
I can't
won't
stop
stop.
laughing.
Me
I don't know.
neither.
It's just the pose, and then
I know, like,
was
that's
it
where-
so? What's the deal with the boots? Was it like 42 degrees where you were?
No,
Was it like-
we were
was it
cutting
like
wood,
thermal
dude. We were
boots?
cutting wood. So I had I had my freaking chaps on, and so those are my Under Armour brow tines that we used to carry here at the store.
John Volkman, I started a watch party because I didn't really know what I was doing. He goes, Matt looks like the stereotypical uncle at the family reunion that's embarrasses himself. You are that guy.
I know.
Oh, my God.
I know. Thanks, John.
Oh,
I was like,
that is too
looks
funny.
like the day after a long night. No, and I wasn't even drinking, Andy. I wasn't even drinking. Like, that's like 3 hours of cutting wood right there, running a chainsaw nonstop.
That is awesome. Oh.
Very little water in me.
Who took that picture?
My mother.
Can you get her? Can I get her address so I can send her a thank you card?
Yeah, no. I'll
Either that or is it my condolences?
I'm gonna send her a bag of poop on her doorstep
Oh my
that's
God.
on fire.
I'm in tears. My stomach hurts. I mean, my gut hurts. I mean, right? Because we're pretty much the exact same size, so I know exactly what I look like.
Yeah, but
now
you
in
got
an
me
extra
by
large
like
shirt.
what, 2 inches, 3 inches?
Barely.
I was thinking about
Oh
that
my
after I saw
God.
that picture. I'm like, Brian's like the same weight I am, but he's taller than me, so it looks a little bit trimmer on
Maybe
him.
I just suck it in all day.
Yeah, there was no sucking it in, obviously, in that picture. So that's cool. So there you go, everybody. This is an extra big shirt, too. That's why I'm making sure it really good stretches.
I can't handle it. I'm literally, my stomach hurts. Have you ever been to a really good comedian and they just make you laugh so hard
Yeah,
that you're...
dude.
Maybe
Welcome to my life.
Maybe you got a future.
Yeah,
You could be like,
somewhere.
you could be the new redneck comedian.
Yeah, Larry the Cable
You
Guy.
just have to be like Bert Kreischer and just take your shirt off at the beginning of every show.
Oh my God. No, our viewership would go way down.
Oh my God.
So, anyways, that was pretty much an extent of my weekend.
That was your whole weekend. You looked like some crazy uncle.
I cut firewood on Saturday. I cut firewood on Sunday. We fished a little bit Saturday night.
And you said your football game didn't go so well Friday night.
No.
I looked at the score, so I'm not trying to pick on you.
No, it was.
That was like
yikes.
maybe that was that Saturday morning.
No, it was Sunday morning.
I was gonna say
Yeah,
maybe that
either
was
way.
the continuation
Either
of
way.
Friday night.
Yeah, it was a rough Friday night. But your team won.
Yeah, we won.
So
we didn't.
our
play.
scores were just the opposite,
Yeah, I saw
basically.
that. Yeah.
It's not good.
Yeah, we won. We played okay. We got lots of room for improvement on our side. And then I've got our JV game tonight, so
In the rain.
in the rain.
Or
Nothing
do
like
you
your
travel
first
or
game.
are you
No,
home?
It's in Amro.
Oh.
So we're
The
the China calf they call it or something. The
Is it
calf bowl.
the calf bowl.
Because the Winnie
China
County
Bowl
Amro.
is
So
the
Winnie
big
County
one,
Amro
yeah.
plays Friday night.
But you guys aren't
That's
even
the
the
big
same
China
division
Bowl. No.
anymore.
But we're like 5 miles apart, so they
Right.
always have that big China Bowl rivalry. Like people will leave their house this Friday. They haven't left their house in 3 months just to go watch that game.
Really?
Yeah, seriously.
So you're
I mean,
sitting.
there'll be standing room only Friday night in Amro. It'll be packed. They'll be lined up all the way down around the entire outside of the track. People that only go to one game a year, they go to this game. Which
Wow,
is
that's pretty
cool. I
awesome.
mean, the news will be there. It's one of the oldest rivalries in the state. It's pretty cool to be a part of it.
Nice.
But the JV kids take it serious because that's their
Where they set the tone for the week.
Yeah, they kind of just trying to calf it and they go have fun with it.
Oh,
so.
they're just setting a tone. So you're not coaching varsity, but you're sitting in the booth.
Yeah, I was
right?
up in the booth on Friday, just talking to the coaches, telling them what I see, which is probably all a waste of their time.
Is
but,
it like
you know,
just
I
like you're
tried.
doing right here?
Yeah, except
Do you
I
feel
kind
like you
of.
have a headset on?
Yeah, oh, I do have a headset on.
Good,
Yeah,
that's what I'm
it's
saying.
the same thing. So, morning, Ryan. So yeah, no, it was fun. I mean, like I said, the boys played it pretty well Friday night. A lot of room for improvement, but definitely could have been worse for the first game of the year.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
And now we got what? The Badgers play starting. Is it?
are they starting this week?
I think they're starting.
I'm having
like
a really
this
hard
weekend.
time not looking out that window, Zach. I apologize.
We should have to tint it. We'll have to tint it.
I'll have to get a mirror. I'll have to get a mirror like right here so I can just look at it without turn around all the time.
Right. So one of the reasons, well, first of all, this is kind of, we've been playing around with time slots, and we're not sure what's better.
I think
what's
it's just going to
worse.
be this.
Monday at noon.
Yeah.
And then we'll try to do a special
Because I'm always
shows.
here on Mondays.
Right. We'll try to do any like special shows like we
Right.
did with the Omega Tackle when they were here.
Which
We'll
was
try to
that was
fit
a good
them
show.
up.
I like
Yeah,
that show.
Brad's a cool dude.
That was a good show.
So thanks for those guys for stopping in. But anyways, so we really want to get in. Oh, the camera was shaking there for a second. We really want to talk about this head-to-head craze.
Well,
that
I want
we've
to talk
started.
about the MLF this weekend. If
Oh yeah,
anybody
go to
watched
that first. Yep.
If anybody watched that MLF tournament, so this was the Red Crest this weekend. This was
Championship.
Yep, this was the pinnacle of the BPT Bass Pro Tour season for the MLF guys, and they started out with I think 30, right? They wheeled it down all the way to 10 that fished on Sunday. So I watched that all day on Sunday, and that was absolutely awesome. It was really cool to see.
Yeah, you said Evers just went on.
Well,
a tear.
Evers started out hot.
Before we get to that, though, I want to talk about Burge burgeoning up his boat. Like he
buried it.
Buried that sucker.
He was like 6 inches of water stuck.
Yeah, they were walking around everywhere.
Yeah, they go get an airboat and they drag him off. I don't know what that costs. I don't know if anybody knows what that costs, but I'm sure it's not free, to get the airboat out there to get your ass. But yeah, he was stuck. He had a good tournament. I think he finished in 4th, maybe.
Yeah, it was crazy. He was leading the whole entire thing, and then I'm trying to watch party now too. I'm trying to see what the party's all about. Yeah. I want to join it. But anyways, he was crazy. Like first 2 days, he was up monstrous.
Yeah, he was up huge. And so here's my thing. Like we were talking about head-to-head. So head-to-head's this new tournament circuit we're playing around with, right? It's kind of a encapsulation of 1 versus 1. I thought, Zach, what did you say on there? That 1 versus 1.
Like a 1v1.
I don't know. In your little deal you put together, it sounded really good. So I don't really know what it said, but it's basically you get 8 guys in a bracket. You play against one guy on that one lake, and the winner moves on, right? So, and then with all this live streaming we have the capability of doing now, it's bringing that actual game to the people who want to watch it. Because if you're like me, I just like watching fishing. I don't care if it's Big 5. I don't care if it's every fish counts. I don't, all those types of things. But the one thing that I noticed is everybody MLF the negative is.
Did you have to add the video? Am I missing that portion?
I have no idea.
Did you just click here?
No, I didn't. I just assumed it was.
It should be right there. Are you trying to start a watch party?
Yeah.
Yeah, you should be able to do it right from the video.
His 2 friends.
So anyway, friends you got
you're killing me. You're killing me.
Okay. Anyways.
Okay. So anyway, then I'm watching this MLF thing yesterday, and Evers starts out hot because that's what Evers does when he's on a bite and he's been there before. He just lights things up, right? So then he had a huge lead. He kind of slowed down. I think what he was doing is kind of letting his area rest. He went through and just smoked them. I think he was kind of letting his area rest. Second period is kind of okay. Hackney got to within about 5 pounds, and then Evers said, "Oh, here we go." He got on a giant school of 1.5 pound fish and just raked them. He caught 28 fish straight. Literally was every cast.
Isn't it funny how 1 pound?
Oh yeah,
fish
knockout matches. It was 1v1 knockout matches.
See, I liked it. That's what I was looking for.
There you go.
But it was every single cast, right? And I'm sitting here going, the number one complaint is anybody can do that.
Right.
Anybody can go out there and anybody can do that. It's super easy. Well, I tell you what, he beat everybody by 40-plus pounds. Not everybody else did it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, Ike Kennelly struggled all day. I don't remember who came in last. He came in with like 2 fish. Evers caught like 80 or whatever it was. I don't even know. It was ridiculous. So you can't tell me that there's not some skill. Now, you got to find the spot. Maybe he got lucky, whatever. I guess they were talking on their feed that this is an area that he felt like he should have won a tournament a number of years ago that he was in.
Yep.
But you can't not tell me that it's that easy, because if it was that easy, every single guy, those are the 10 of the best that fished that week, right? You had to qualify to get to the Red Crest. You had to qualify. You had to fish 4 days just to get to this day.
Yep.
Those are the 10 most dialed in guys that week. Not everybody went out and did it.
No.
Like he did it. Not everybody else did it. I mean, it was unbelievable to sit there and he was just cranking them.
He said he was like having to take a water break.
He actually stopped for 1 second, put his rod down, and chugged a whole bottle of water. And then the scorekeeper guy is just trying to keep up. I mean, it was pretty. His hand is cramping as he's reeling it in. It was just crazy. And then you could see like he went from, I might win $300,000 to I'm definitely winning $300,000 to I'm just having a riot right now catching fish.
Just catching fish.
And he had a couple interviews where he was like, I was completely burned out with the Big 5 and that whole thing. I was just burned out. I wasn't having any fun. I just wanted to go fishing again. And I think that this was kind of a rejuvenation thing for a lot of those guys that made that switch. And I think there's still a lot of resistance from the local population of bass guys. Yep. I'm not knocking it, right?
No.
But I do feel like once you get to fish that format and you get the pressure and you get the cameras and you get the score tracker app or like the app we're having built, I think it's going to open people's eyes, and maybe it's not as easy as I think it is.
No.
Hold on. Did you just say we're building an app?
Yeah, we are. We are building an app.
You can show the picture of it.
I got apps.
See, but
if you're going to send me anything, just send them over Facebook Messenger.
I understand. I'm the techie guy here, remember?
Yeah. It's all good.
Now the echo got worse.
That's because I'm on. I've been having to manually go in and out
really?
because this one picks up nice echo. But you guys don't sound too bad.
No,
I just sound like I'm coming from the sky.
We just sound normally bad, I think. That's just the way it is. So anyway, I think that once people get to, I haven't even caught up on the comments yet, but I think once people get to fish that, and I think if they're willing to give it a chance, it's going to blow their minds.
I like Colin's comment back, by the way.
What do you say?
He says, Kyle, how do I say that last name? I've heard it before.
I thought it was
I just don't want to butcher it. Anyways, him and
Kyle P.
Kyle P. and I are currently in the bar because we can't catch fish. # score tracker update.
Oh, nice. Suckers. They're with Paco over there, huh?
What did he say?
They're in the bar because they can't catch fish.
Oh, gotcha.
# score tracker update.
Oh, it's a Colin Martin.
You got any hot bites for the
Yeah, I know a lot of lakes over there, Colin.
Right. The only ones I know are the ones Kyle told me to fish, so
right.
I can't help you out, Kyle. Sorry.
For a fee, I can tell you where to go.
We are not at liberty to say.
Right.
So, but anyway, so I think I sent you that what the app kind of looks like, but I think it's a totally different spin on local formats. Nobody's really been able to pull it off before. I think that once people get to see it, it's going to blow their minds.
Yes.
And I think that that's what I think about it.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, because I guess I like watching fishing. I watch the Bassmaster stuff. That's fun. I watch the FLW stuff. That's fun. I watch the MLF stuff. That's fun. I guess I've never been the guy that like compares sports, right? Like I've like football, right? There's always been different leagues that have tried, right? And everybody's, oh, that league sucks. Oh, that league sucks. Yeah, maybe the football's not as good as the NFL, and I would agree with that. But it's still the same relative game. It's still something to watch. It's, you know what I mean? Like it's like everybody's just so negative about stuff all the time. It just drives me crazy. Especially
nowadays. But the positive thing is, here's a quick mock-up of the app that we're building for head-to-head. So that's actually pretty cool.
So I think it's pretty cool. I mean, it's nothing new, right? They're obviously Score Tracker's doing it already. The cool thing with this for us is that, I mean, obviously those pictures that are on there will actually be the angler's profile.
Right.
It's got the countdown. It's got the weights. It's keeping track of it all. But the cool thing is that's going to feed our stream directly.
Right.
So when those guys update the weights live from the boat, that weight is going straight to our stream. So we'll have a live score of, you know, it's not nothing that MLF isn't doing.
Right.
Except we can't do that with their apps.
I think we should just
ourselves.
leave their faces like cartoons like that.
Yeah, you think so?
Just draw them each.
Yeah. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, maybe.
What would you look like as a cartoon? Show us.
Probably scary. But anyway, so that's being worked on. I just think it's going to be a super simple way to run a tournament. You know, like the kicker is that you can't run a tournament like this without the live stream, because who's ever going to go fish for $2,500 without having video proof that the guy's not cheating, right?
Right.
So I think that this works great for us. You know, I still think there's a need for weigh-in type tournaments, and there's a need for all that kind of stuff. So I don't think by any means it's going to replace it.
Is there though? Because like that's one of the reasons we were a little late for the show.
No. Nothing. What?
Just felt the breeze.
Oh.
I'm just saying though, like some guys don't think the weigh-ins are going to go to the wayside, literally.
Well, I don't know. I just think it depends. I think if you want to fish a team type event, or you want to fish an event that doesn't have a live feed, right?
Yep.
The only way to you have to bring those 5 fish to the scale.
Right.
Like that's just to keep it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like legit.
Yep.
Especially when you're fishing for a lot of money, right?
Well, and people want to see the fish too at times, but it'll be kind of interesting to see how this goes. So we're pretty excited about it. We're moving along hastily on it.
As fast as we can do it.
Right. I mean, and we shared it that we're looking for sponsorship ideas for our people out there that are willing to, and there's a lot of people that are interested in it. One's for sure going on, right? That's what we're talking about.
Yes, for sure. We're doing the last weekend in September. I think there's only 2 spots open for that one. We'll get that one filled for sure. I think there's one or two guys in the second one. Obviously, if we can fill that, we'll do it. If we can't, we won't. But we'll have the one for sure. Yeah.
Yep. And then we made a couple of slight changes to it. So because we were getting such feedback on it, like a lot of guys couldn't make the Thursday, Friday edition, so we're just doing Saturday, Sundays.
Right, correct.
So it's 2 weekends, 28th, 29th.
Yep.
And then it's the 5th and the 6th. And it's a morning and an evening shift, both days.
Yeah, I mean, we'll be online streaming for like 12 hours.
12 hours
both
straight.
days.
Yep.
Right.
So the way we're going to run that is we're going to have 2 different lakes. We're going to go with Lake A will be all of those opening rounds. So it'll be the first 2 games. There'll be 4 guys fishing at one time.
Yep.
Right? They'll be on the same lake, and then the afternoon there'll be 4 guys fishing that same lake that afternoon.
Yep.
And then the winners of those those 2 games or 4 games, I guess. We'll move to Lake B to fish the semifinals in the morning. And then the winners of those will fish that same lake again in the afternoon. And the reason I did that was I was trying to keep it as fair as possible. Right. So it wasn't like this guy got to fish the morning bite on this lake and I got to fish the afternoon bite, and then you fish the morning bite in the morning. So now it's like everything you did Saturday doesn't mean shit.
Right.
Now I got to go to a whole different lake on Sunday. Everybody's fishing the same morning bite, and everyone's going to fish the same evening bite on both bodies of water.
We had talked about that. We thought it'd be a lot easier to have it all in one lake, but then, like you said, the guys that fished the night before have the leg
an
up on
advantage if they make the
morning.
championship.
Yep.
They get to go to the championship saying, "I just fished the evening bite
Yep.
yesterday." That's a huge leg up, which I didn't want. I didn't think that would be fair, and
Right.
that's why we're going to do 2 separate lakes.
Yeah, and the cool thing is I reached out to some of our contacts at MLF and kind of make that announcement.
For sure, yeah.
And so the way that's going to work is on September 6th, for any of those who have been on the head-to-head Facebook page, if you haven't, make sure to head over there and check it out, like it. But on September 6th at noon, we're going to have our seating show.
Yep.
So when we get these 8 anglers, total of 16 for the 2 weekends, we are going to seat them based off a resume that they are submitting.
Yep.
Well, what I did is I had reached out to a couple of contacts we had made from MLF, and I have Jesse Wiggins and Brandon Coulter have said that they would Skype in.
Yep, sit in and help us pick.
And they would help pick the or seat these guys.
Yep.
So not only do we have, your dad's going to do one of them.
Yep.
And then possibly Justin, who works here. But now we have 2 professionals that are going to critique your guys' resume and seat you.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
Right?
I mean,
where else are you going to go and have professionals critiquing stuff and getting involved? And I think we built some relationships with that, and I told you at the time, right? Like, these are just normal dudes.
Oh, yeah.
We kind of put them on a pedestal because we like fishing, or
Yep.
I do anyway.
Yep.
But they're just normal dudes, and I think if you can work within their schedule, they don't mind all the, any publicity is free publicity, right? It's just another way to get in front of a camera, get their sponsors involved, those types of things. And I could see down the road all of a sudden one of these guys just comes in and sits on the panel.
Fishes it.
Or fishes. They totally do that. They would totally do that.
Yeah, so I'm pretty stoked about that. Thank you to those guys that, we'll
and those guys were awesome interviews, too. So I mean,
totally.
that was a good
Both
time.
of them.
Yeah.
Brandon took Zach out and showed him his Corona truck with the the tap right on the side of that
Came
thing.
in, he threw like $300 of jerky on the table. And
I know. I need to get our jerky sponsor.
yeah, you look like you need a jerky sponsor.
We need jerky sponsors.
We need jerky sponsor.
Yeah, we do.
Well, that's one of the things we talked about for upstairs here is we're gonna do a beer and a beer tasting show,
there you
right?
go. Yeah, beer and brats.
Beer and brats.
Beer and brats. That's
So we just do that every week? Every day?
Every day.
I don't know.
Every day a new piece of meat.
I don't know if we can handle that. Morning, Andy.
Hello,
Afternoon, I keep saying morning. I'm so used to doing it in the morning, but I like the noon thing.
Me too.
I like
I think people like it too. They're on, especially rainy day like today. They're on their lunch break. What else?
Well, who doesn't want to listen to us babble for an hour? I mean, well, you got choices in life, right? You can listen to the radio.
True.
Which gets annoying because they play the same 10 songs
all the time.
Right, like over and over and over.
And then you know what the best part about that though is they say like we don't repeat.
Yeah, or we don't repeat within the last 15 minutes.
Right.
So you got that option, right? You can work, which people need a break from that stuff. You can listen to some other podcast about politics or whatever else is deemed in the world, or you can listen to us talk about random hunting and fishing shit.
Right, just random stuff.
Yeah, and we got a Vietnam vet down there looking at guns. That's
He's
cool.
looking up here.
Thank
Wave
you, sir.
to him. Wave to him. Nice. He's gonna Skype you, but yeah, or snipe you. I meant not Skype you.
He probably could.
But anyway,
maybe he'll do both.
So back to the head-to-head thing. So
I just thank him for his service. That's all.
There are limited spots available for not only sponsors but guys looking to fish
right.
it.
Yep.
And so what we did is we made the announcement. Okay, we were kind of keeping it a secret that we were digging for sponsors.
Well, see, here's the thing with the sponsorship, because people are gonna look at this one 2 ways. Oh, they're desperate. Oh, whatever. Right? I don't give a shit. So what we did was because we got to get this first one off the ground.
Yep.
We've proven we can stream stuff. Now we've got to. I told my wife this weekend, if we can take the idea that's been in my head for 9 years and actually make that happen, I think it's going to blow people's socks off. And I think we can, and I think we will. So the idea with the sponsors is it's late in the year for a lot of guys, right? They've all went and tapped out their sponsors at the beginning or fall of last year, saying, "Hey, these are the tournaments I'm fishing," right? And we kind of, in typical Brian fashion, we're just going to force feed stuff because that's just what we do,
right.
or what I do, I guess. So I'm like, if a guy needs help getting that to that, to fish it, if he wants to fish it, he's got the time to fish it. This sounds awesome. I want. And I just thought if we for one time gave, access to the stream sponsorships to
Right.
this to try to help guys get their sponsors to kick in the funds. That's basically what we're doing.
Yep. And it's working.
Well, yeah, for sure.
People are
Associated Bank's in, Festival Foods is in. At least I'm pretty sure Festival Foods is in.
Yep.
So we're working on it.
Yep. And we got how many? Yeah, there's quite a few of them that are signing up. So
Tucker wants to know who's commentating the live stream. So here's what we're doing with that is I think it's going to be Matt and Justin, you guys. I'm going to be there, but I'm going to be probably one of the guys running the streams with Zach.
Yep.
In order to do what I want to do, we need two guys basically producing the content.
Right.
Is that a good way to put it?
Yeah. Definitely.
And around here, the only guys that are capable of doing that currently are me and Zach, so therefore we'll do it. So I think I'll be at the commentator desk with Matt and Justin, trying to help as much as I can, but there will be times where I'm a little more zoned out talking to you or working on the stream itself. But yeah, I'm just like I haven't slept in.
I can't wait till it happens.
I just think it's going to be fantastic. Oh, Caleb Neatfeld from Fishing for the Heart's going to do it.
Nice.
He's in and he's fishing it.
Yep.
So they're sponsoring it. So that's pretty cool. I think I think it's one of those things. It's just like Wisco, right? Nobody wanted the camera boats in Wisco. Nobody wanted to give their spots away in Wisco. A brand new format, singles. How are we going to launch the boats? All that other stuff we heard about, right?
That was crazy. That was one of the biggest issues.
Right, but
how am I supposed to? Who's going to park my truck?
Again, it's just
You.
It's just a thing. No, but it's just a thing that's just different. It's new, right? Now everybody loves it.
Yep.
It's been huge. It's a huge success, right?
Right.
We've gotten a huge response off of the Wisco streams.
Yep.
They're going to be full. They'll probably have 75 boat or whatever their field or
next year.
full fields next year already. People are trying to prepay before they even knew what the circuit was,
right?
Or what the
What
format
the
was.
lakes were.
Because Kyle and Brent run a freaking fantastic
It's an
tournament.
awesome
They do.
tournament.
It's super streamlined. It's super smooth. There's no issue. I mean, it's just they run one of the better tournaments I've ever seen. That's why now everybody wants to fish that, right?
Yep.
But they had to go through those same things. What about this? What about that? What about this? And that's where I just always every time I meet resistance like that, I push back like 12 times harder. I mean, I don't know if it's just me being an agent of change or some crap or whatever, but anytime somebody comes to me and is like, well, we can't do that because, and I'm like, here's the because, and then I just start going harder. That's just how I operate.
Yeah, so
you should ask my quarterback. So I've got in football, same thing, right? I've got a really, really, really super talented sophomore quarterback. Like, I bet you like 8 out of 10 other schools in the state, he's the starter on varsity as a sophomore. This kid's really good.
Yeah.
I've been telling you this for years. I mean, half the reason I'm coaching is because this kid's on the team. He's just a riot to coach. Well, I'll come up and I'll say, hey, here's what we're going to do. He'll look at me like, Coach, that won't work. And I'm like, oh, it's just going to work now.
Right.
Even if it wasn't going to work, I'm going to make it work.
You're going to make it work, right?
Like, don't tell me I can't do something because I will find a way to do it.
Why does Tucker think that the Mississippi is going to be so beat up next year? Does he mean this year yet?
No, I think he means this year. I don't know why he thinks that. Tucker, why do you think that? Other than if there's a whole bunch of tournaments that have been kind of flowing through that area.
Right.
I don't really know what he's thinking. Other than low water, I think the fish might be a lot more condensed into certain areas that normally if the water's higher, they have more room to spread out, so those fish might be real beat up.
Right.
I'm guessing that's what he's thinking, but I really don't know.
He'll comment here in a second.
Of course he will, because Tucker likes bass fishing.
He's an anniversary follower.
Yeah, when is that? Must be a new Facebook thing.
Yeah, it's a new thing. It's just like Top Fan.
Is it that new thing?
Must be.
Okay.
What is Top Fan?
Top Fan is I think Top Fan to me is just a meme because you just randomly get added as a Top Fan to random Facebook pages sometimes. Like I'm a Top Fan for Ellen DeGeneres. Never even go on her page.
Are you sure?
Absolutely.
I think
really.
I call fall. I think he spends a lot of time on Ellen's
all the
page.
time.
Do you dance at home when she dances?
Ellen's pretty
dancing?
funny,
Yeah,
dude.
that's what
all the time.
She's pretty good.
I don't think it's an embarrassing.
No, he says it's a week after the high school world finals and national championship 400 boat tournament.
Yeah, but for this year or for next year?
I'm assuming this year. Tucker knows what's up.
Yeah, but he says there's still. Remember, he said next year.
Oh, maybe that isn't. Maybe he does mean next year because they are going back over there next year. Wisco is going over there again next year. So anyway, I don't. Yeah, that's what it is. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's obviously a hot play. Yeah, he says
Next year, July.
Okay. Well, tournaments are interesting, right? Like a bite gets hot on a lake, everybody wants to go fish it. That's just the name of the game. It's been like that forever. Some bodies of water can handle the abuse and some can't. You know. is what it is. You know, it was like Sturgeon Bay, right? It was one of the top 3 bass places in the country. Everybody wants to go up there and fish it. It gets a little beat up. It takes a back seat for a few years. Guntersville, Alabama, same way. It was, I don't know, top 10 forever, right?
Right.
All of a sudden, it was kind of down towards 9 or 10 because it just got the absolute crap pounded out of it. People around here think that lakes get beat up. You have no idea how many tournaments are on Lake Guntersville in Alabama versus any place up here. They have literally a tournament 7 days a week.
Is that the lake where you said they tag fish with a truck?
Yeah,
like,
they got
with a tag to win a truck.
Yep, yeah, you go down there, you have to buy a $50 ticket.
I was gonna say they take it with a truck. They're just like, here, have a truck.
Those are all bass.
I can't remember the
That's
name
how
of
big they are
I can't
down
remember
there.
the name of the tournament, but yeah, you go down there like you have to go buy this $50 ticket because what if I catch this fish and I don't have it, I don't have right? And they show videos of where they let them go. It's just a whole different world down there with this bass fishing stuff. But
They just got to get like that up here. I think we can make it the
yeah,
forefront.
but I think it is.
It's getting there.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Definitely getting there.
if you see the trends, the bass fishing is definitely where it's at. I mean, I have even looking at some of the guys I used to walleye fish with,
Right.
and their sons are all bass fishing now.
Yeah.
Because, the guys, like, they built their name in walleye fishing, but I think that they're smart enough to kind of see the big picture.
Yep.
Right.
And they're like, hey, if you want to do this and you want to follow kind of in my footsteps, follow in my footsteps, but go catch bass.
Right. That's just where the money is.
Yep.
It's where it's where the money
Well,
is. It's where the glory is. You know.
Well, it's where the hook.
Everybody
No,
thinks
but
it's cool.
no, but it's where the hook
Chicks
sets
dig
are.
bass fishermen.
No, it's where the hook sets are though.
right.
Like you watch, I don't know how to describe that. I'm not coming down on
Like chicks don't big dig bass fishermen.
no, they like
Wait,
hook
what?
sets. What are you talking
That's
about?
it.
What I'm saying, hook sets is where all is in bass fishing. That's
Yeah.
what people like to watch.
And I'm saying chicks dig bass fishermen.
okay, sure.
But you're saying
The
they don't.
Bassmaster Classic had proven that, by the way.
I'm totally not following the chick thing. I'm sorry. I'm all like business today.
Yeah, because dudes want to fish bass because they'll get the chicks.
okay.
Look at the
There you
chicks, dude.
go. Sorry.
And you're saying the chicks only follow the hook sets.
I was not following the girl thing. I'm sorry.
He's off his game today.
No, I'm not. I'm just 100% freaking focused.
He's
on,
focused.
I got
He-
two
he's
things
just
on my mind
hyped.
right now. I got two things on my mind right now.
Eating lunch.
Not
Head-to-head,
chicks.
head-to-head fishing and my JV game tonight so we can go out and kick some ass. That's all I'm thinking about right now. I'm not thinking about this.
His wife's here. Otherwise, he'd say hot chick.
Yeah. Nah, she knows better. Hot chicks are always on the list, but you know what I'm saying. It's just really focused.
Bass boats go faster than walleye boats.
That's the reason, yeah. No,
And chicks dig bass boats.
the reason
They're so
that-
glittery. Why wouldn't they?
No, but here's the thing.
Yeah,
So,
let's discuss.
Let's just
that.
break
What are we
that
talking
down
about?
for a minute.
Why are boats glittery? Why do they have glitter paint
you
on
don't
them?
have to get glitter. You can
But
get
like,
matte.
you ever go to?
We
like,
went to Sport Motive the other day.
Every
dude,
boat was
and
just
every
glitter.
boat was a glitter. Like,
Well, you
like,
can get a matte. I like my boat. It's got white, just plain white.
but why did that even become a thing?
I don't know, they look
Google
cool.
it.
They look cool. I don't know.
Do they look cool?
Like
under
it's cool.
glitter?
I
think
guess
they
it's
look
cool
cool.
because it
How
like
many-
reflects with the light off the water or something.
don't
But
know.
How many
like
glitter boats have you owned in your life?
A lot.
several teen.
I think I had my first Ranger when I was 18.
It was glittery.
Pushing. Oh yeah, they're all glittery. It was blue. It was
I
blue
thought you
with
said you could get a
glittery.
matte finish.
You can,
But he
nobody
didn't.
does. I didn't.
Does it cost more
No.
to get them?
It's just
not
glitter paint.
glitterized.
No.
It's just something that I've always seen too. When you're looking at all these fishing boats, and you're just like, why are you so glittery?
I don't know.
It's called flake.
Yeah, well, yes,
flake.
it's
It is called
that's
flake.
it's definitely metal flake. I know that.
I don't know.
But I'm just saying,
I
like,
don't
there's
know.
like I know metal flake from cars, and that is just an excessive amount of metal flake.
Yeah, dude.
And then a
Just
lot of the
saying.
guys that do this for a
Now,
living,
if somebody
they
wants to
wrap them
offer
in
me
vinyl.
Right,
a glittery flake boat, I'll drive it.
Yeah, of course you would.
right.
But I'm not going to be a.
Can we get glitter in our vinyl wrap?
Yeah, true.
I know
That's
you- I
what
think
that's
you
what
could.
that's what I just said. Like you get these glittery bolts and then you wrap them in vinyl, right? So
Right.
I don't know, whatever.
We're
Now you
just-
got me off
Zach
my
and I
game.
were-
I'm all
we're
fired up. Now you're
pondering
talking
that.
about
We were
glitter.
pondering because I brought it up a couple times, and then we went to Sport Motive.
Like,
we
why they're
both
all
looked.
glittery?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
just looked at it. We're like,
Zach's
why?
like, some of these guys
I think
are
you
trying
should
to
do.
be so
I think you should do
manly.
an investigative report.
There's a
on
video idea.
glitter bullets.
Glitter boats.
Yeah.
We're gonna go live
Yeah.
on location
Yeah, at the boat landing.
at the boat landing.
How does
Excuse
it
me,
make you feel
sir.
that your boat is glittery and his
The
dude's
funny
not?
thing is this you're gonna get this from
Do you
everybody.
paint your toenails the same color?
All you're gonna do is get
I mean,
random
I'm sorry,
stupid
did I
looks
go
from
that
people
far?
that are gonna think you're dumb. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It would be
is.
pretty funny.
I
Though.
don't know.
get-
They look cool.
You're gonna get random stupid looks.
This is
Glitter
just a question.
Boats 2019. Do, do, do. Yeah, that's the thing.
Save the boat glitter.
I think you might be the only one that thinks it's weird, Matt.
We both
I'm
think
looking
it's
at it,
weird.
dude, right there. I
We
don't.
both think it's
Yeah,
weird.
but he thinks cars are cool. Like I can't help him.
Yeah, but how come he doesn't want to spray paint his cars glittery then?
Right.
They got fancy color.
Oh, yeah,
cars.
definitely.
Guarantee you. In
Like
that
I said,
drift
metal
scene,
flake, and especially in drifting, metal flake is a huge thing. But I
Right.
mean, like
Flake.
the metal flake that you
It's
get
funny to me.
versus
Everything's funny to you.
cars to boats. Like the boats are just an excessive amount of glitter. Like there's more glitter than paint.
Yeah. I'm going to have to get a bass
I'm with
boat.
Tucker. We got to call it flake. Glitter sounds really
Yeah.
bad. Glitter's like the stuff my daughter puts in her
Dude,
like
that's-
slime sheet.
Yeah,
It's the
come
same
on,
thing.
let's call it what it is.
It's metal
Yeah,
flake. It's metal
glitter.
flake. But it's
It's
glitter.
glitter.
No.
Here's a little glitter for you. A little glitter for you.
These are my performance bass fishing seats, and they've got rhinestones in them. That's the next trend.
Coming from
See
the
the
guy
walleye-
scared
the
of two-footer.
walleye guy.
Next time,
Yeah.
at Wisco next weekend, we're just gonna get punched in the face.
Everybody, and then all the walleye guys will be cheering, but all the bass guys will be mad.
Aren't walleye boats
Oh,
glittery too?
Totally.
Are they
Totally.
glittery
Yes.
too?
They're
I feel like I
totally
just see
glittery.
more bass boats with glitter than
And
I
see,
do walleye
what's
boats.
funny is like how walleye fishermen and bass fishermen hate each other, but yet your boats are both glittery. So you guys are really just best of friends.
So no. So this whole bass. So just so people.
So what glitter color is your boat? Mine's blue. Oh, I see. I got the red.
we
That's
have
my new
completely.
Facebook.
We have completely
That's my new
derailed.
Facebook page, glitterboats.com.
Oh my God! Is that like a place to find? Is that the matchmaking site for fishermen?
Swipe right if you like this glitter.
See, now
boat.
here's my question though. As people who are too broke to own boats,
Yeah,
do we have
true.
the right to make fun of people who have
Yeah,
glittery
no,
boats?
we don't.
That sounds like a
We're
good.
like a non-endemic roasting going on here.
That's a good point. I'm glad we brought this up.
Yeah, I
Anyways,
just want to cover it,
now
guys. We
Brian's
like your
pissed.
boats.
I'm not
He's
pissed. I just don't know where to
I
go
just
with
want
it.
to talk about football, and I just want to talk about not my glittery boat that I don't have.
It just sounds like jealousy to me. That's all.
It's a little bit of jealousy.
It truly.
I was looking at, what was that? The Nitro Z, like 20 and 21.
Right, like Matt's talking a big game. Somebody walked up and said, "Hey, Matt, you can run this Nitro Z9 for
Yeah,
nothing."
dude, I
He'd
just
be
said
like,
I
"I'm
would
in."
do it for sure, and I would wear glittery shoes if I had to. Like if that was part of it.
Is it bedazzled
Like-
Croc style?
Like you got to hit your heels together to go home. You know, like I would totally do that. Dorothy
Is that
style?
a thing you can rig in your Garmin system? Like, where you click your heels 3 times and it takes you home back to the launch?
Back to the lunch.
You know what really scares me about both of you? What really scares me is as soon as we go down one of those topics, you guys are so natural at it. I know. It doesn't scare me because like I don't care, man. You do you,
What do you think?
whatever.
You're right.
Yeah.
But sometimes I wonder if you're just trying
That
to.
motion I just did was not really appropriate for out
I
here.
don't know what you're doing. I don't know. You got to answer for
Oh,
you.
man.
Though. I'm
Anyways,
not-
so-
I'm
Yeah,
not
see, we can
protecting
go
you.
right back to business, though.
Yeah,
just
we're
like
right there,
usual.
man.
I
We've
don't
got
know.
the best of both worlds.
You can. He can't.
Right.
Yeah.
Zach can
Yeah.
go back to
We
bed.
actually got away with Wisco or TRS Live last week. I don't think there was many inappropriate
No.
like
Yeah.
innuendos.
No,
You guys
so you're
did
just
re-
getting
we
it
did
all out
really
right
good.
now.
Right.
Actually, I think there was one that I
That
just.
Brad guy was kind of scary. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
because he
Like-
hunts people.
Yeah.
Like seriously, he
Well,
hunts
no,
people.
maybe he doesn't want you saying that on the air.
I'm sure if he told us, he doesn't care. He'll probably come
Yeah, his
busting
dude
he
through
does
the door.
things.
He does
Okay.
things that you'd hate to be on the receiving
No, he
end of.
he
what-
was like a real like if you watch the movie The Expendables, which is kind of a spoof like
Right.
army war movie.
Right.
Like it wasn't really real, but that's like him in his real life. Like he goes
Right.
and like gets
Yeah.
paid to like find people.
Yeah.
Right.
Like can you imagine you
story.
walk up to a
OPSEC,
bar and you've
Brian,
got you
OPSEC.
you got like no hair and his big beard and you're just built and the guy like, what do you do? I find people. Okay.
He's like the Liam Neeson. He's like a
Plot
real
twist.
life.
Plot twist, guys. He actually works for Yellow Pages. There's just something missing in the O section. I'll go find
Yeah,
him.
he takes surveys for a living.
No, but he looks like he's like I mean
He's a real life Liam Nielsen.
yeah, like he finds people.
Right.
I have a particular set of.
And we were
skills.
asking him like, how do you do that? And he's like, they always make a mistake.
Yeah,
right.
he's-
Like
he said
basically, like
he
they
basically
make a
told
mistake.
me pattern of life.
Yeah, they'll make a mistake.
Yep. He goes, I pattern your life. You have a normal pattern that you're going to follow it.
So just remember, if you
You're gonna
don't
break
go to Quick Trip and get a 12-ounce coffee tomorrow, you get a 24. He'll find you.
He'll find you, dude.
He
Right.
will find you.
Well, he said
Especially if you go from
And
Columbia
then
to
he's
Kona.
going to take you on your extra long bathroom break. That's when it's over.
true. 'Cause
Right?
you got
You got
extra
more
12
coffee? Yeah,
ounces,
he knows.
more coffee.
Well, he
Yep.
said you think about it, like a lot of people. What do you do when you get into your car? He goes, you probably do the same routine every single day. I mean, how many times have you woken up in your morning and you're like, dude, it's like Groundhog Day.
Every day.
Every day. It doesn't change.
Wait, if I
a
see
whole
my
lot.
shadow, do I go back to bed?
No, you come to work.
Or if you see a picture of me like the way I was before,
Yeah, you
you
should have
think
never
should
got
you
up.
wanna go back to
You should
bed.
have stayed home.
You should have definitely
bit of
never,
resting day.
Definitely never got up.
Anyways,
hour,
so
it
back to
was
what
up.
we were
That was
talking
like 2
about,
o'clock.
glitter boats. I mean, head-to-head fishing.
Yeah, head-to-head.
Right. I was trying to make it an example of why bass fishing is more exciting to watch than
Well,
live
it is.
It is, dude. It's so
and
much
then
better.
we got into random boat
Glitter boats.
issues.
Well, what I wanted to
See,
use as a segue is this awesome video that Zach's going to release with hook sets.
right. Well, see, the problem is I think walleye fishing could be exciting.
Is it a minute or
it's
2
just
minutes?
not allowed to
Which
be.
one?
The hook set video you're producing.
The one that you talked to me about this morning?
No, about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it was
About 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks
Oh,
ago.
yeah, we're definitely putting one of those together. There's so much stuff in the
See,
pipeline
that's
right
why-
now.
Now I got them.
Yeah, it's probably about 2 minutes, I'd say.
Because people are going to want to see it.
Documented proof that we have to have one now.
Okay, you guys got to be honest, though. I mean, there's a lot of changes and a lot of things going on around here. So
Now.
it's
Yeah,
kind
but
of
the
hard
hook
to keep
set
your head
video has been
straight.
popular for like 3 months.
You know the only constant, Zach? There's one constant in life. You know what that is?
What's that?
Change.
Change. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Wrap your brain around that one. People don't like change. The only constant's change. That's
Literally.
it.
True story.
If you're not changing, you're
How many
dying.
times a week do you change your underwear?
Hopefully
Like
at least-
3.
Hey, you know,
Just
funny.
kidding.
You
I'm
know,
totally kidding.
actually, that's
Just
not
saying.
that funny. There was a stat on the radio the other day that was
Yeah.
like 30% of people only change their underwear like every 3 days.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's disgusting.
Every day,
Yeah.
dude.
That's disgusting.
Every
I don't know
day.
if hopefully at least their tournament inside out, but even then, that's nasty.
Every day.
That's nasty.
Yeah.
He's got nothing to
Yeah.
say about that.
He's over here like,
He's
well,
one,
I'm
he's
at
one of those
2.
30%.
2
You know
times
what
every
you know
week.
what I realized, like TMI, but I shower a lot, dude.
Yeah, I do too.
There's weekends
Yeah.
like I'll shower like 3 times a day.
That's because we
sometimes.
sweat a lot. We're fat guys.
Hey,
Yeah.
We're
been doing
fat
it for
guys,
years,
and fat
man.
guys sweat.
Welcome to the life. I've been
That's
doing
what
it for
happens.
years.
Right there, man.
Wake up in the
Right there.
morning, shower, go to work, shower. Get home, eat some food, get the meat sweats, shower.
I could go for a.
Are we going to a Brazilian barbecue or
I don't know if
whatever you
they, I
call
think we got to drive down to Milwaukee for that shit.
that? That's only like an hour and a
Somebody
half.
open one here in Appleton.
Not even.
That's a haul to go get the meat sweats. And how are you going to get home? Because you're going to have you're going to be all tired and sleepy.
True.
I can't remember. Did you have a drink when we went to those places, or did you just have water?
We had some wine, remember?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right. You had wine.
We had wine.
Yeah.
I think I might have had like a vodka drink too.
I might have had a couple of those. We're at a show. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yinglings, though.
Yeah, you did. You,
You know,
came
I
out
was
with a
at-
whole- Did
I
you
was
ever
at-
finish that?
Did you ever
What?
get
The
kicked out of
Yingling?
the airport?
The
for
Yingling.
having
If
Yingling?
they, remember you brought that whole keg
Oh, no,
thing
that
back with you?
keg. Oh, that keg thing? Yeah, so I got it back, and yeah, I finished it up
All right,
at
that's
home.
good.
It was delicious. It was good.
All right. Well,
It's almost been
Head-to-head.
an hour already.
Head-to-head.
Yeah,
I know, I told you.
head-to-head.
Everyone's always worried
It's so
around here.
easy.
I'm not
How are we
worried
going
about
to
it.
talk for an hour? What are we going to talk about? I'm like,
And then
I'll
you
turn
talk
the
for
mic
an hour
on,
and
we
go,
talk
how
for an
long
hour."
has it been?
Yeah.
Every time.
Oh.
It's not even hard
We're not
to
even
do.
done
so
yet.
wrap it up. Like
Not even hard
seriously,
to
like
do.
if people just finish signing up for head to head.
Right. I
It's
just,
just that
people
easy.
got to bite the bullet, and they
Right.
just got to do it.
You won't regret it.
Think about this.
You got to bite the lure.
Think about this.
Oh,
If
it's
I
extra
was if
free.
I was in the market to have a sponsor,
Right.
and I wanted to promote myself to a sponsor,
Right.
what better platform than you got 2 options. If you're a local guy in the state of Wisconsin, you got 1 of 2 options. Here's a list of tournaments that I fished, sir, and I'm going to wear your jersey, and I'm going to put your sticker on my boat, and that's all fine and dandy, and I'm going to drive around. Okay, great. Or, hey, Mr. Sir, here's where I go, and I'm live for 5 hours.
5 hours.
5 hours.
Minimum. If I lose the first round, I am live for 5 freaking hours.
And you get ad space.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
think-
we're
right, but
carrying your banner through
Think
the whole
about
entire thing.
5 hours of advertising in today's world.
So
It's worth more than you're
Right.
going to get for that sponsor. You can do more for that sponsor in 5 hours if
Right.
you know what you're doing
Yep.
than you can for the entire season going to more normal club tournaments and all this other kind of stuff. Not even
Right.
close.
So here's a question, though, just to clarify. So after weekend 1, are those sponsors going to be aired on weekend 2?
Yeah, we're doing it for both.
Yeah.
So it is. It's the math hasn't changed from the sheet that we shared this head to head.
Right.
Well, it depends,
Kind
Corey.
of.
Do you want us to plug it right now, or do you want us to plug it in head-to-head?
In September.
But anyway, so
Well, we could plug it right now.
we could.
We could plug everything
I
right
think
now.
you just kind of did, though.
He just did.
Well, I guess if you don't watch on
So what
Facebook.
is
High school open in September.
Yeah, I don't know.
There you go.
Give us
Talk
more
to
information, Tucker.
Message Tucker Corey about a high school open. He goes to Wapaka High.
Oh, okay.
So
He didn't
that's
graduate? I thought he graduated.
No, he might be close.
Still in high school.
somewhere?
We stood next to both of those guys at the splash zone.
Yeah, they
at
helped
the
us out.
Oh,
Classic.
that's right. Yeah, yep.
Yep.
Definitely.
No,
So-
so I don't know. I think if guys got the big picture, I think they will. It's
Right.
just they've never had the ability to go to a sponsor and say, hey,
Amherst. My
I'm
bad.
fishing, and I get this live stream, and I get all this content, and I can share it to everybody and all this
Right.
kind of stuff. They've never had the ability to do that before.
Right.
Now, we've done some of that with Wisco, but this is to a whole nother level because unless you're one of the 5 guys Wisco picks to put a camera in your boat,
Yep.
you get 0 other than the weigh-in, which we obviously film, right?
And there's your announcement. We have no control over what.
Yeah, well,
Boats
there's a
get
big
cameras.
misconception of that. A lot of people think that we're controlling who gets cameras for Wisco, but we
Right.
don't. I think really what they've been doing for the most part is just picking guys in the top 10 in points.
Yep.
For
Right.
Angler of the Year, you get a camera, here you go. But for this is you sign up, you were guaranteed 5 hours or 6 hours once you do interviews.
Right.
6 hours of coverage of yourself. You're guaranteed that. Right? So even at $100 an hour, you're buying marketing for
Right.
yourself and whoever you can sponsor.
Right.
Yep.
I mean, if you're in the market, and that's why guys like Coulter and Wiggins, those guys do these types of things. Not that they necessarily want to. Maybe it's because they like you.
Right.
Right? But that's why they do that. I get to be in front of a camera. I get to wear my sponsor shirt, my sponsor
Right.
hat. I get to talk about fishing. I can take that and use that on my report at the end of the year to say, hey, here's what I did.
Yep.
You know, and this is giving the local guys, and we've got a ton of awesome bass fishermen in the state of Wisconsin. I mean, it's
Right.
just a ton. I think the guys down south are doing more and more and more to try to get up here more. We got
Yep.
some great fishing in the area. I think we're kind of out front on this a little bit, and that's why I'm pushing so hard to do it. Is that it's going to be awesome. I really think it's going to be awesome.
Yeah. And a perfect example, 2 of the best fishermen are sitting at a bar right now not catching fish.
But they're catching a buzz, and that's
No,
what
but here's the
counts.
difference, though. If they had a tournament in 2 days, they wouldn't be at the bar.
No,
because
they'd
I
be-
know both
yeah.
those guys, right?
Yeah,
If they had a
they're good.
tournament in a day or 2, they would be grinding
Right.
it out.
They're
But-
just having fun today, which I think a lot of us wish they were all bass
Oh,
fishing
and if
today.
you're not in a tournament and it's raining nonstop, that gets a little old.
Right.
Yeah. AKA Shawnell last week.
You know what I mean, though. But like, if you're not working or if you're not there for a purpose, like, why stand in the rain? Like,
Right.
who does that?
Diehards.
Yeah, well,
Bruce
right.
Willis styles.
Anyway, so yeah,
But yeah, either way, can we put that?
picture of Matt back up on there again so I can cry.
No.
All right.
Can we put the sponsorship thing on there quick before we sign
On
off?
the stream itself?
Yeah.
He can do it. He's just got to find it.
Yep.
Anyway, I think for the first show, we'll get this echo figured out. So I apologize if the echo's been a little bad, but it's a big empty room, and we wanted to start moving up here because we're going to be doing all the head-to-head commentary type stuff. So we had to get up here, and we got to figure out what network jacks are working, which network jacks don't work.
What did we figure out? How much longer before the tank is here?
I don't know. They're still working on the flow.
Oh, that's right.
Because they had it done, but the flow of the tank was like 50% of what it needed to be. So they had to go back to the drawing board a little bit and try to get that fixed. But once they get that fixed, we'll get that up here, and that'll be really badass. Being able to get, it's been awesome. Guys like the Omega guys come in here, right?
Yeah.
Here's the jig. Here's what the vibrating jig looks like. Here's what the vibrating jig looks like at a half a mile an hour, and here's what it looks like at 3 miles an hour.
Right.
Right.
Like, we'll have a dial on there where we can do that type of stuff. Here's what your Ned rig looks like.
Yep.
Because it doesn't all have to be current related stuff, but
Yep.
but you can put the crankbait in there, and here's what it sounds like. Here's what it looks like. Here's what
Right.
So that's what we're offering to anybody interested in sponsoring Angler for head to head.
And I think if you're in the marketing world, it's a super cheap sponsorship, right? You
Right.
can't go anywhere and get that kind of coverage for $500.
No.
It's just and that's what I think is once guys understand how to go sell something like this, again, it's totally different, right?
Right.
They've never had the ability to go sell something like this. So I think once guys get used to that, I think it'll definitely change the game. And I think, I think there's a lot of guys out there like me that want to watch fishing. It's fun. It's something to watch when the Brewers suck. It's something to watch in between brewer games in the
Right.
summertime. Packers haven't started yet. Nobody likes preseason football because it's a joke.
And an announcement, we did keep these dates in line with the Packers. The only thing is that 6th, the Sunday, there is a 3:25 game.
Yeah, but the 29th, they don't have any game.
There's no game.
So
we did our best to make sure it didn't conflict with any Wisco and or Packer games. So you might miss a Badger game, but this is going to be more interesting to watch.
and then I've had a few guys ask me about what's the plan going to be for 2020 with this. I think it's going to end up being a series. I think that it could be weekends. I've also tossed around the idea of making it like a weeknight kind of series too, where it's a couple nights a week almost type of deal, where maybe it's a little more spread out. I don't really know yet, but there's definitely a lot of options. But like I said, until we get a pilot done, which is basically what this is, we have something that we can take to other sponsors to make it even bigger yet.
Yep.
try to make those purses a little bigger. You know what I mean? Maybe we could drop the payouts a little bit in the future if we could get some people to kick in bigger money. You know, I don't know, but you just got to have that first one done. So now you've got something you can go take to people and say, look at this.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked for it.
I'm like way stoked.
So,
like I said, if we can get it to be half of what's in my head, it's going to be awesome.
70%.
70%? I'm cool. I'm cool with half. We can get 70%. It's going to blow people's socks off. No pressure, Zach.
None at all.
You and I just got to figure it out. We're all good. It's all techie stuff on our end, right? We've streamed the crap out of stuff.
I leave that stuff up to you guys.
Yeah, you just got to show up and look pretty and talk.
Yeah.
How do I get your job?
Well, first you gotta be really lazy.
Oh, Jesus.
You
You got to be willing to take random text messages from me at 11 o'clock on night at every night of the
Well,
week.
Brian, you have to be able to reveal to the public embarrassing photos of yourself.
You do.
And if you can't do that, then you just
I
can't.
do that every day just when I go live. I'm like, hey, here I am again.
Right.
Still as goofy looking as I was yesterday.
Right.
Right?
All right.
So
on
on that note, if you haven't signed up for Head to Head, do it. And then I will be in Madison next weekend.
Yeah, we're going to actually, I think Zach and I are going to play around with being here for some of the streaming stuff we want to do.
Right.
So I think we're going to be here messing around with some of that during the Wisco event, and it should be pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
excited
confident.
for it.
I'm confident.
Yeah, so you guys are going to try to do like replays?
Yeah, like instant replays and, you know, if there's a little downtime, being able to show them what happened an hour ago and all that kind of stuff, yeah.
Right.
That's
So
pretty exciting.
It should be pretty cool.
Cool.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Next level shit.
Definitely. How do we go from crying over glitter boats to just so quiet and just
I think it was I started this whole show out with, like, seriously a sore gut from laughing at that picture of Matt. And then I got all serious, and then you guys took that tangent, and then I was just like, oh, screw it.
So then you might as well just end the show with that picture so Brian can go out on a happy note. And then we're good to go then.
What are you doing?
I don't know. We're
doing,
watching
guy?
TRS live on my phone.
Always
What's
gotta be
wrong?
that guy. Always gotta
What
be
is
that guy.
wrong?
All right,
on that
everybody.
note,
Sounds good. We will be back next week, Monday at noon, with some other random shit to talk about.
glitter
sounds
boats.
about right.
Glitter boats.
Enjoy the glitter.
Later.
Glitter.